Yo, I'm finna go ahead and give y'all some game on how to get motion with these females, right? Because I see a lot of dudes out here and they struggling. It's a real struggle. They can't get a girlfriend. They don't have a Valentine's. They don't have no friends with benefits. They may be able to get a couple of friends. They may be able to meet women within the social group of other people, but they're struggling. The number one thing you need to do to get motion with these females is to do everything that everybody else is not doing. This is so important when it comes to you being that guy in women's eyes. What you're doing is you're following the crowd. You're wearing the same stuff everybody's wearing. You're making your hairstyle the same that everybody's making their hairstyle. You're saying the same phrases. You're driving the same cars. You're moving just like everybody else, and you're expecting to have motion. Think about this real quick. How you supposed to have motion if you're doing the same thing the next man doing? The issue with that is now you're putting yourself in a category where you have to compete with that guy. Why would you want to do that when you can just stay in your own lane? That's the best way to get any type of motion. If you're in a whip and you got this lane right here where nobody's in it, your whip's gonna have more motion because you can stay in your lane. But no, you wanna merge over to this side. You wanna merge over to that side. You wanna see what's going on over there. You wanna be in this area over here instead of staying in your own lane. And dudes wonder why they don't have motion. They wonder why females are always picking these certain type of guys. And the issue is you think, okay, I need to be like that guy. I'm telling you, you don't. You need to learn to figure out, okay, what is everybody doing? Let me do the total opposite, the complete opposite, and you will start to get motion with females. Now I know, there's gonna be some females that are saying, oh, you don't do this, you don't drive this car, you don't look like this, you don't have that, I don't want you. I'm telling you, bro, those are chicks you don't want anyway. You don't want a chick that's for everybody. You don't want a chick that's for the streets, right? Some of y'all do, and I get it, and those will come around as well. But the issue is you don't know how to figure this out because you're doing what everybody else is doing, not knowing that what they're doing is them competing or copying somebody else. This is how you get motion in 2023. You gotta separate yourself, bruh. I'm telling you, you're sitting here trying to build up your IG page. You're sitting up here trying to build up your Twitter. You're sitting up here trying to build up your TikTok, thinking that's giving you true motion. And a whole nother dude can walk in there and say, nah, I don't do social media. What? You don't do social media? And you like, dang, I done put all this work, all this effort, all this money, all these pictures into my social media. And this guy just came in here and said he don't even got one, and he might be capping. He may not just want to give it to her, or he may know she's the type of chick that's gonna be so focused on it that if his followers ain't looking like that, then she might not want to mess with him. So he just hit her with the I don't do no socials, take my number. Boom. Meanwhile, you done gave her your social, you trying to DM her, you trying to get her number, you're trying to play the game backwards. Let's go ahead and glide instead of grind. You feel me? Let's make this easier for ourselves. That's not to say that you don't have to have social media, but you're trying to set it up like everybody else. And you wondering why you ain't got no motion, player. There is only one of you in this world. There's nobody else that's gonna be like you. There's no one else that's gonna look like you. There's no one else that's gonna think like you. There's no one else that's gonna carry themselves like you. The issue is when you try to be like everybody else. That's the issue. And I'm using this in the context of women, but this is honestly some life advice, bro. You wonder why you ain't got nothing shaking. You wonder why it's so hard for you to get some money. You wonder why it's so hard for people to like you. You wonder why you overthink everything that you do in your life. And you like, dang, I've been grinding this long and I ain't got no motion. It's because you're doing everything that everybody else is doing, thinking it's gonna work for you the same way it's working for everybody else. And oh yeah, everything ain't what it seems. So you think it's working and this person got all this motion and all that, People know how to put on masks. People know how to fake. They know how to front. They know how to make it look good for social media. Don't believe everything you see. Come on. You should already know that. But if you don't, I'm going to remind you again. Don't believe everything you see, because everything ain't what it seems. Best way to get the motion. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. More content coming soon. Subscribe. And make sure you stay in your own lane. Alright?